Some other things about the pandemic. Fauci went into a closed-door meeting this week and provided 2 days of testimony, so under oath, 14 hours of questioning. Here now, chairman of the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, Dr. and Representative Brad Wenstrup of Ohio. Good to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Most important revelation.
Well, there are many revelations. I think you can start with one, that, he was very cooperative, if you will, but over 100 times just on the first day, he couldn't recall.
You take the Fifth Amendment ever?
No, because we really weren't doing a deposition. Now, he is vulnerable to perjury because he's speaking to Congress. But this is a transcribed interview, so it's a little bit different. So they're not sworn in, but he is warned that you could perjure yourself. So
big things here. 6 feet of social distancing. Was there science behind that?
He said there was not. What he came out and said was this just kind of somehow came out of nowhere, and we just went with it. I mean, this were some of the conversations.
Mask mandates.
Same with the mask. Well, we just said use whatever mask because we're having trouble getting masks. No, there's no science behind it. Was there a double-blind study? No, that's kind of hard. But so why were we forcing these things? And I'll just tell you as a doctor, you put on a mask, you just put cloth over your face. If you have COVID, you don't want to be wearing that mask because you're trying to expel what you have. And instead, you wouldn't blow into a handkerchief and put it over your face. So there were just a lot of things like that. But the whole process of us funding laboratory experiments on coronaviruses, risky gain-of-function research in the lab.
Did you get to why he did it? Why that was done?
The research?
Yeah, why they were so trusting of the Chinese?
Well, this is the interesting part, right? So people apply for a grant. He explained that there's a board that reviews the grant. He said they decide if it should go there. And then basically he said, all I do is sign the grant and sign it over. So we asked about oversight. What about understanding the security and oversight of a foreign lab? He goes, well, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And he said, well,
it's interesting because his story's changed. I think that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Fair to say significantly. Back in February of 2021, I think actually it was May of 2021, he and I had a fairly contentious interview about some of these issues. We're going to play that for you and see if the testimony has any bearing on it.
So now you making extrapolation that we sent in.
No, sir. I'm not making any extrapolation. No, sir. I'm not making any extrapolation. I'm simply saying the fact of the matter is that so much of what we were told as Americans about what we knew from the Chinese was based simply on taking their word.
Right.
Well, I would contend that it was. If you look early on, especially, what did we hear from President Trump? We were hearing what the WHO and China was saying, what President Xi was telling him.
Real quick, did we get any closer to the pressure that either Fauci brought or was put on Fauci to say that this was natural and not from man-made sources?
Well, he put the pressure by organizing a group. No, because it's interesting, as he organized the group that focused, these are their words, focused on disproving the lab leak theory, they were all saying amongst themselves, which we had discovered, well, this thing looks engineered. We certainly can't rule that out. The day he released proximal origins on the White House lawn and told the country that these scientists said it came from nature and tried to just drop, that very same day, there's a message from one of the authors saying we cannot rule out engineering, not the way this looks. And there's so much.
Do you know the why? Why he was doing that?
We don't know the why, right? And we have suspicions, though. We'll keep going.
Keep going. Let me know when you find them, all right? No, this is important work.
Very important work. 1.2 million people died.
That's a good point. A couple $1 trillion, too, there.